Well, hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, The Secret Healer, here on YouTube and all the other platforms. I hope you are having a good month of May so far. I just wanted to talk to you guys about, I know a lot of people, you've been through massive changes in the last few years, or maybe this year, dealing with all sorts of things. And one of the common things that comes up is that people have had to deal with, certain individuals in their lives or parties in their lives that are, have, people have been dealing with betrayal. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about how do you deal with a narcissist in your life. Okay, so, I think this is something that all of us here on earth, at some point, we've got to deal with some person who, will come into your life, maybe as a victim, come into your life as a victim, and they work their way into your life, and maybe it's somebody that you get married to, or could be a family member, or could be anybody, but this person comes into your life and you trust them. With your heart you trust, and and even if friends and family warn you, you still will trust this person and believe their lies. So, what do you do when somebody in your life is trying to control you? What do you do when you're dealing with somebody that is lying about you and painting you in their colors? And what do you do if you're in a situation where you can't do anything about it? Because this is what narcissists do, right? If you try and reject them, if you see them for what they are, and if you do try and get them out of your lives, they'll do anything possible to keep your attention. And that's the thing there, is that if you are giving them the attention, if you react to them, then you're giving them power and you're taking away your own. And this is something, darlings, that you don't want to do. You don't want to give them any power. You don't want to give them anything at all. So, I've dealt with people that have used me in my life, that I try to see the greater good or the potential in them. And they, put me over a barrel and try to ruin my life. Well, I say thanks to that, because you know what? Put me in some kind of dark times. But you know what? As light workers and as spiritual people, we go through challenges in our lives, and it's often with somebody. And if it's not that person, it will be somebody else to bring that lesson. And if you've had somebody in your life before and now you get somebody else or the same person or whatever, it means you've got to come back to that lesson and repeat it again in another form. So guys, I just want to talk to you about how do you get out of that. You don't want that going on in your life. And the thing is that they feed off power. They don't want your light to shine. Because there's such small, the darkness inside of them, and they're such small people. I mean, when you're dealing with somebody like this, if it's somebody that's lying and betraying, and they've stolen from you, and they're doing all sorts of things behind your back, or if they're influencing other people, you have to cut it out of your life. The way to deal with sociopathic narcissists, darlings, is don't deal with them. You don't give them any power at all. Otherwise, they take yours. So the thing is you have to clear, cancel, and release. You get it out of your life. You know, if friend circles, and they don't really have friends because these people are just liars, right? They're just darkness. If anything intersects on social media, you block. If you've got friends that know them, get them out of your life. You know, if anybody knows you and they know your truth and they still interact with that person, they're not worthy of you, because you are the light. Okay, you are chosen. You are part of a divine plan, and you've had to go through a lesson. Okay, this is all karmic stuff. So you have to be able to cut everything out. Block, block, block. Okay? Even if it means your friend circle becomes very small, at least it's people that you can trust. You know, you don't want to lose energy towards the person hurting you in any way. You just block, block, block. Get it out of your life. You don't put yourself in any position where you can be antagonized or triggered. You just make sure that everything is completely cut off on a social level, on an energetic level, on a social media level, whatever it is, you know, and they will still try and watch you because they don't have what you have. They don't have what I have, you know, and that's the light, you know. When we go through these kind of things, it is spirit that is putting us under pressure so that we can be on our true life paths, on your spiritual path. You know, darkness and pressure create diamonds, okay? And if you've been dealing with some kind of person like that, it's because they're attracted to your light, and they can't deal with their own guilt and their own darkness. You know, these are people that don't want to do the work. They want to take shortcuts everywhere, and they will use, abuse, and talk whatever to get their way. So you've got to just make sure there is no hole where energy can come through, and that's even social media. And like I said just now, they will still try and watch you. But you know what? You've got to do you. Don't live in fear of these small, insignificant parasites. Don't live in fear of that. They are nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, you have to shine your light and stand tall. It doesn't matter what's happened, okay? If you feel guilty about something or whatever, you know, you are evolving. You know, as children of light, we are evolving. We are becoming this three-dimensional stuff. You know, it's just part of our journey here on earth. It's part of learning, and that's okay. So clear, cancel, and then release. You know, when it comes to dealing with sociopaths, narcissists, horrible, creepy little people that are just trying to swindle their way into your life or whatever, you should actually just trust your gut. You know, I mean, I've dealt with stuff before and I saw it coming, but I also knew that if it wasn't that in that form, it would have been in another, in order for me to be where I am now, which is a place of personal power, you know, a place of where I can share my light with the right people, not the wrong people. Okay, so you block, 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 clear, get rid of anybody that could be a leak to your energy, and you get them out of your life. Okay, it's okay to start over again and be your true, genuine, authentic self. And if people are, who cares what people say? You've got to do you. And if you're in a place right now where you suspect you're dealing with some kind of a devil of a person, then just be really careful, because you know they're the kind of people that record everything. They want to make you look bad. They want to do this to you, do that to you. No, no, no. You don't let any of that happen. Okay? You be very careful, and you keep your circle small with people that you can trust. Okay? And you know, if it's an ex-wife or an ex-husband, you know, you just make sure that you know, if you've got to do something where you've got to interact with them, then have somebody else with you. You know, have somebody else with you that you trust, so that those kind of dark energy people can't take anything from you, can't take something completely out of context and use it against you. You know, don't let people do that. Children of light, stand tall. You know, you've got this. There's massive change happening on the planet, and we are all being called to the light workers. So keep growing and keep doing you, and forget about those kind of people. Cut it out of your life, you know. And if you've been betrayed and hurt, don't let them win by getting down or whatever. Just if it feels like, oh, I've got to start my life over again, then do it. Start over again, but learn from the lessons of the past, you know. Learn from the lessons of the present. You know, there's a saying, you know, that once I was given a gift and it was full of darkness, and I was given something, a box, and it was full of darkness, and it took me a long time to realize that this was a gift too. We have to take responsibility for our part of being stupid. Yeah, we have to take our part in it, but also realize that there's lessons to be learned, and we're on Earth School, you know. We chose to be here, so it's okay. It's really okay, guys. You've got this. Okay, so clear, cancel, and release. Make sure your energy's not being leaked out to whatever character rat bag that person is, or that group of people. You know, just remove that whole energy. Don't even care what they're doing, because they're nothing. They're absolutely nothing, and they know it, because you've got them out of your life, and they feel like they can't breathe without you. Well, let them suffocate. It's their own poison. Let them deal with it. Okay? You do you. Stand in your own power. Always keep your heart open, and know that you're loved by divine spirit, and carry on with your journey. You've got this, guys. Love and light. Bye.